gaining a lot of anticipation, but there's still a lot out there from the summit that you had on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of August. I mean, there's
Oh my gosh,
so much.
I forgot about the summit. Yeah, we had
what a wave! What a wave, Eric! Jeez, people don't realize that after you have it, then it really explodes.
100%. Yeah, we had a 3-day. You can go to i2isummit.com if you want to take a look at that. We had a 3-day summit with rock stars, super rock stars, as 7 to 10 figure earners. And we have probably close to 50 different rock stars content, and them speaking on the stage, talking about how you create influence, what you do with influence, and how do you convert it, how do you turn it into income. And I mean, these are guys that have done it. These are women that have done it. I mean, we had super powerful panels, and yeah, that we're really excited about that information. Right now, it's available on pay-per-view, so you can get it on pay-per-view, and then 100% of all the proceeds goes to Better Vision for Children, which is the nonprofit that's actually sponsoring this show. And we're going to go to commercial break. So learn a little bit more about Better Vision for Children. When we come back, we're going to have our special guest, Lee Benton, on the line. We're going to learn a little bit more about her and what she's doing with her book and making a difference for God out there in Hollywood and Los Angeles. So we'll be right back. I'm Dr. Exili with James. We'll be looking for your comments, your shares, and your likes when we're back. Thanks.
Better Vision for Children, a brighter future. Welcome to our journey today, where we explore an inspiring organization known as Better Vision for Children, a charity dedicated to improving the lives of underprivileged children across the globe. Better Vision isn't just about eyesight. It's about creating opportunities for growth, education, and a brighter future. Every child deserves the chance to see clearly, both literally and metaphorically. Established with a mission to provide essential eye care and support, Better Vision for Children addresses the pressing need for comprehensive health and educational services. From eye exams to corrective lenses, they ensure that children can focus on their futures without the barriers of poor vision. But the mission doesn't end with vision care. By empowering children with skills, knowledge, and opportunities, Better Vision for Children lays the foundation for lifelong growth. With access to education and resources, they are nurturing the leaders of tomorrow. This noble cause has attracted the attention of many influential stars, from musicians to actors. Celebrities like Stevie Wonder and Bill Duke have lent their voices and platforms to raise awareness and funds. Stevie Wonder has stated, "Every child should have the opportunity to dream big." By endorsing Better Vision for Children, he helps transform those dreams into reality. And Bill Duke has been vocal about the importance of vision in a child's life, emphasizing, seeing the world with clarity opens up possibilities. With his support, Better Vision has expanded its outreach, touching the lives of countless children. Better Vision for Children is not just about eyesight. It's about equipping children with the tools they need to thrive. Education is a powerful form of vision. It illuminates the path to new opportunities and empowers children to break the cycle of poverty. The charity organizes community workshops and mentoring programs, fostering growth and encouraging children to aspire for more. Every moment invested in a child today is a step toward a brighter future for all of us tomorrow. Now, under the tutelage of James Zulli, the organization is better than ever. Driven by his faith and love for children, James is dedicated to the pursuit of happiness for children. In conclusion, Better Vision for Children is a beacon of hope. By supporting their mission, we can help these young dreamers see clearly and build a successful future for themselves. Because when we invest in children, we are investing in the vision of a better world. Join us in making a difference. Visit bettervisionforchildren.org today and help us see a future filled with endless possibilities.
All right, and we're back. Better Vision for Children. You can go to bvccharity.org, bvccharity.org, and donate. And if you do donate, we do reward you by giving you exposure to a lot of people that we have on the network. 10,000 users and growing here on Easy Way Network. We want to say thank you to some of our sponsors: the Faith Channel, iTube 247 Television. All of the different networks that we work with, On the Mark TV, iDream CTV, iVod, Fan TV, all of our distribution. We appreciate you guys. And of course, all aboard limousineservice.com, which drives us around all the places that we go. A friendly reminder, easywaypitchparty.com coming up this Thursday. Make sure you guys register. But without further ado, we want to introduce our awesome guest coming up, which she is pretty awesome. She's been doing her thing in Hollywood for a long time. She's going from Hollywood spotlight to the global ministry stage. And Dr. Lee Benton's story is one of faith. And through perseverance and purpose, she's a successful actress, and her credits includes a series role on the Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer. And Lee's appeared in numerous TV shows and films. So in 2014, she became an ordained pastor. In 2017, earned her doctorate in theology, answering a divine calling to share the gospel worldwide. She's touched lives across the U.S. and internationally through preaching, teaching, and hosting her powerful TV program, Victory Road with Lee Benton. And her humanitarian work has been recognized by United Nations and even honored by the President of the United States. So whether ministering in Hollywood or advocating in animal welfare, she leads her, sharing prayers, groups, and missions. And like I said, she has a church in Los Angeles. So we're proud to bring her to the table. And I want my Universal Peace Federation family, United Nations, and everybody that follows me to really pay attention to this one. Without further ado, let's bring her to the stage, Lee Benton. All right, Lee, welcome to the show.
So
Thank you.
Do you want to go by Dr. Lee or Lee or
Just call me Lee. How about just servant of the Lord? How about
any
that?
of the above? Okay. Well,
Just Lee. Yeah.
your mission is I've always had a for the top people, it's a jet fighter pilot, because that's the extreme with bravery and fast reflexes and intelligence. They're one at top. The other one is the heart surgeon for little children. Mm-hmm. But the top, I put on the top, is people like you, the missionaries, the people that spread the word. That's the bottom line right there.
Thank
And it can be a battle sometimes, can it?
It's so tough. Like I was telling one of my neighbors last night out walking the dogs. She's a believer. She's like, "How are you doing?" So I'm always asking everyone who prays fervently to cover me, my ministry, my family, because I call being in Hollywood, I lived in LA for 20, 30 years, 20 years, 25 years, and then got married and moved to the OC. Bottom line, I call LA and Hollywood the front lines of Babylon. For all of us who are on the front lines, like yourself and Eric, you guys, what we're doing in Hollywood is shaking up things in God's kingdom. And so, yes, it's been tough. It's really tough. I'd be lying if I said it was easy. But however, God has sustained me. God has, carried me through, almost in November, it'll be 13 years of leading a church in Hollywood area. And we started at CBS Studios in 2012. Wow. And we were there for, when I say we, it's God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit.
Absolutely.
The A team, his team. And then my staff is just amazing. And my worship band, all the volunteers, it takes a village, as you know. And, then for 6 years we were there. And then we were asked with all the other nonprofits to leave the lot. And so we moved then to a huge, like a 300-seat theater, kept going. And then COVID hit, all the theaters were closed down, but the ministry kept going because, thanks God for Facebook Live I just kept taping. I'm like, not shutting me down, devil.
No.
I'm going to keep speaking. And if you even try to take my voice, I know sign language. Hello. So I'm like, no one's going to shut my voice as long as I have breath in me. And so that is my, yes, I'm still acting and connecting with, some major producers, got some big, films coming up. Thank you, to God be all the glory. But, my biggest, because people are saying all the time, what's your favorite? What's the favorite show you've ever done? And what's your favorite film? And probably one of my favorite films is a real B minus, what I call a B minus flick, B minus film. It's a film that my agent did not want me to do. I'm not going to talk about it. It's not a godly film, but I played a real tough, rough, because I'm used to playing all the glamour roles on all the soap operas, Bold and the Beautiful, Young and Restless, General Hospital, for years, all the glam roles. And the long and the short of it, there's a point to all of this, that I said, I really want to do something different, out of the box. So I was offered this real crazy role, being on a female baseball team, and I'm a tomboy. I happen to play baseball and softball.
Cool.
Got the role. And so 9 girls, 9 of us on this movie set. And literally, this is how the whole ministry began. Because as a preacher's kid, I was raised with Jesus. I was raised with the Bible, went to Christian school. It's all in the book. We don't have enough time to talk about all of that. Then went into 10 years of modeling. Then an agent brought me to Hollywood. How's that for a real smile? And Hollywood in 1982, before Eric was ever even thought about. And, but 1982, you were there. And so bottom line, that all of this showbiz, our platform, what you're doing right now, God is using your voice, your producing experience, your contacts, your, how you navigate Hollywood. He's using this for his glory. And I'm so proud of what the two of you are doing, because my ministry started on this B- film that my agent said, I don't want you to do this. I really don't want you to do this film. And I go, I'm tired of playing the glam. I just want to play rough, tough. And I got to kick a lot of booty. I got to beat up a lot of men and shoot a lot of people in this movie. It was totally, my sister said, that's perfect for you. You got to beat up men and got paid for it. It was hilarious. Anyway, it's an inside joke. But the whole point is, on this B- film, I got to pray with the other actresses. And it's not that I was really walking so, strongly with the Lord. I just was going through the same as everyone else. But I said, I'm going to go out on the terrace and pray. This rough, tough, R-rated film turned out to be one of the most glorious, godly sets, because we actresses, we would pray on the bus, because they had to bus us into the woods. It's a funny story, because we were shooting right outside of Yosemite. And so they had to bus us out onto location. And on the way there, we're singing praises, we're praying. And I'm telling you, we cried, we hugged it out when the movie was over. And they said, because we started praying together, by the way, every night when we were in the lodge, we would train, work out together, because everybody was really fit. It was a beautiful group of girls, babes. And we trained and then prayed. And God turned that into something glorious. And I stay in touch with some of the girls from the movie, ladies, through the years. And that's how the whole ministry was birthed, on that movie set, believe it or not. And it turned into my eventually women's share and prayer group every Monday night in LA. Every Monday night. I lived in
Yep.
And look, boom, look what God did. He expanded the territory, and 20 some years later opened up the church in LA, CBS Studios. So you see how God works. It's just like mind blowing, Eric.
Absolutely.
This kind of stuff up. Can you, James?
It's
just
amazing. And I have some real special people, Lee, that are watching. I told them to watch this show, and they're asking where they find you on EasyWay. They're on the app searching for you. So we got to get you your account, get your profile.
I've got to get in there. Yes.
So if you guys want to get in connect with Lee, we'll make sure we get her profile on the app. So real quick, we have a couple minutes until the next segment. I want to make sure you get a chance to promote this RSVP that you have behind you, RSVP to Heaven. Go ahead.
Yes. That's the name of the book. The long and the short of it, the Lord downloaded this RSVP prayer to me about 17 or 18 years ago. And it's so powerful. Every time I speak at the end of my church services, by the way, they can always go to leebenton.org, leebenton.org to find out, more about my church services, where we are located and the times, because everyone does have to RSVP to get onto the lot at CBS Studio. Well, it's now called Radford.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is lee.benton.
Okay.
Lee.benton. But website, they have to RSVP on leebenton.org. Because they click on that and then they'll see a place where it says RSVP for our next service. So the services at CBS, now called Radford, are only once a month. And it's usually the third Sunday of every month at 5:30. So I welcome all people, all races, all religions are welcome. God never takes away any race or any religion. We're all the same to him. He loves us.
What I look forward to, Lee, is we have our new location that we're partnered up with Epic Icon Center, and we have a 25,000 square foot location. It's a whole theater thing we haven't even announced yet. I look forward to kind of collaborating all these brick and mortar locations that are doing, uniting the light. I mean, we're like uniting the godly light and the positive energy.
Yeah.
I've always shared that you have to have hard work, determination, drive, and resilience. And you're definitely in the resilience category. But without faith, morals, and ethics, it's a waste of time. We're not here to be lukewarm. Like, here's $1. That doesn't get you in there, right?
That's true, James. You got to go all in.
Yeah, so before we let you go, I want to take them somewhere and make a difference.
But before we let you go, I want you to share a God story. I want you to share an obstacle that you overcame that God helped you overcome.
Easy question at the end, right?
Shoot, I'm not prepared for that. I've overcome a lot of obstacles. Okay. How about forgiveness? That's a biggie.
That's a big one.
I used to be, revenge and attitude used to be my middle name because you mess with me. Hey, and my dear sweet mother, Sunday school teacher, godly woman. Oh, that's so sweet. Anyway, I'm reading some of your comments, and my mother, precious, godly woman, the epitome of a saint. And my sister was a saint. My father, the pastor evangelist, and I was the other. I was the wild child. So there's so many that I can come up with for you. But I think forgiveness was one of the biggest because,
absolutely.
Because, I would just, mess with me. And I was like, I'm going to get even with you and harder. And so my mother would say, my nickname is Rosie. My real name is Rosalie. A lot of people don't know that. On Scarface, you'll see in General Hospital, some of my earlier work, you'll see Rosalie. And my agents changed it to Lee. But getting back to your facts here, that my father would say, Rose, God knows what he's doing. This is all in God's hands. Nothing happens without God's final stamp of approval.
Yeah.
And I would say, well, this person did this and this person did that, and I'm going to tell them this and I'm going to do that. And my mother would tell me, Rosie, she called me Rosie. They both had different names for me. She goes, you really don't have to do that because God takes care of everything. He takes care of our enemies. And I go, well, I'm just going to help God. How about that? I mean, literally, this is who you're looking at. So I say, if God can change me, James, if he can,
absolutely.
He can change anyone because I was tough as nails. But however, I'm still tough on the outside, but Eminem, soft on the
Well, you
inside.
know, when we're standing, before Lord,
Forgiveness.
we're going to open the book and they're
Yeah.
going to say, well, how did you forgive others? Because that's how I'm going to forgive you. So we want
Okay.
to have that page open, you know.
Can I share it with you? Can I share the big
Sure.
one? And that's, in fact, my personal manager, he's going to be doing a testimonial how I was able to teach him. I didn't even know it, about one of my exes that really had caused me a lot of problems. And I went to this attorney for help. And this attorney said, no one's going to touch your case because we all want to live. He was considered dangerous. And I'm like, whoa. And so I'm thinking, great. You know, I come here for you to help me and you're telling me this. And he goes, but he said, do you believe in God? I go, of course, I'm a preacher's kid, yada, yada, yada. Now this is way back. We're going all the way back to the 80s. And God, this is the one that Eric, you were asking about. I'm going to try to cut it down because I know we're short on time, but I went to this attorney for help because I was just going to take a case out on him or whatever. And the attorney, I didn't realize it happened to be the son of Fred Jordan and Georgia Jordan of the Fred Jordan Ministries that feeds millions every year downtown LA. The Fred Jordan Mission. This was the son, the attorney. God works again. And so here I was wanting to take revenge or get help. But this attorney said, do you believe in God? I go, yes. He goes, how do you pray about this? Do you pray about this person? I go, of course. He said, why do you pray? I said, and I was honest, I said, I pray a Mack truck runs over him.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm telling you. And he said, well, there you go. That's your problem. I go, what? This guy has been causing me so much problem and stalking me. And he said, God sees your heart. He said, you need to start blessing him. He said, you really want to be rid of this situation? I said, yes, yes, and yes. He said, start blessing him. I go, blessing him? Why do I want to bless this person? I mean, he's causing me problems. He said, bless him. And he said, and by the way, you're going to have to mean it. I'm like, and I have to mean it too? Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Literally.
It's not easy.
Well,
This is
God always says to forgive thy enemy is the divine. That's the
It's
hard. That's
not
the hard
easy.
part. When you put blessings for others into the
Start
universe.
blessing them. Well, guess
Mhm.
what? It took about 3 months of blessing this person day and night because I decided I have nothing else to lose. I've tried everything else, and this attorney's not helping me. So I'll try this stuff called blessing them. I started blessing them, and I want people to know it's not easy because God knows that literally we can't just start blessing someone that's so evil that has hurt us and harmed us overnight. He knows our hearts. And so when we just open our mouths and say, okay, God, I'm going to try to bless them. And we don't even have to tell God. He knows that we don't mean it at first.
Mhm.
He knows this. It took a lot for me to get the words bless so-and-so. And I started but something incredible. I say magical, but it's God's magic. What happens is that when you start doing this long enough, morning, noon, and night, in the shower, driving down the street, you know, going on your hikes, whatever you're doing, start blessing this person who is causing you pain. And what happens in a short amount of time, you start actually meaning it.
Right.
You start transforming and looking like God, looking like Jesus.
They had a mass killer in courtroom, and 5 of the families had lost their daughters to this mass killer. 4 of them just sat up there in front of the judge and said all the things they hoped had happened.
I saw that on the news.
Yeah, I hope you
Yes.
die in prison. I hope.
Yep.
And the last one, the lady said, you know, it was very difficult what you did to me. I lost my sister because of you, but I forgive you. And he had a stone face through the whole court until
Yep.
she said that, and then he broke down in tears.
And that's a perfect segue into our next segment. It is great. I mean,
It
like
comes through the blessing.
this is, I mean, this has been such an amazing segment. I feel God's energy today. And guys, if you're enjoying the show, make sure you subscribe to www.rbllive.com. And Lee, you got some fans on here too that are actually like looking you up. It looks like that you were in Sacrifice. And
I was Rosalie. I was Rosalie on that movie. But
So
the bottom line, do we have a minute to pray the RSVP?
we have to get to the next segment. So 30 seconds, really quick, whatever you want to.
Okay.
Prayer. I love a prayer.
The RSVP prayer is, if you're not sure that your name is in heaven, just pray it with me. Heavenly Father, in Jesus' name, I come to you a sinner. I ask you to forgive me of my sins as I forgive all those who sin against me. I believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God, who died for me and arose for me so that I can spend eternity with you. Please put my name in your book and reserve me a seat as I follow you, Lord, all the days of my life. In Jesus' name, thank you. Amen and amen.
And I think Lee's going to have a little spiritual travel bag with her when she goes. And all the good things.
It's, I mean, the energy is like so there. Thank you so much, Lee, for joining us. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Remember, you can go onto the EasyWay Interactive app. You can look for Lee Benton, and we can follow this. We can continue this. The fun never stops with the show. You can keep it going with the EasyWay Interactive app. So make sure you download that app, or if you have it already, we'll make sure we get Lee on the app so you can reach out to her and we can get this continued. So you're listening and watching to Radio Boomers Live, and we'll be right back at this commercial break. We are going to show one commercial to a new partner of ours, which you're going to actually use a different link when you see the video. But we have a new platform now, which is like a Zoom that actually pays you. So we're going to have our own in-house video conferencing webinar kind of platform specifically for the EasyWay family. So don't go anywhere, guys. You're watching Radio Boomers Live here on EasyWay TV, reaching over 500 million people now with multiple syndication distribution forms of what we're doing. And if you guys want to get your show on EasyWay, you can by emailing easywaypromotions@gmail.com. And we'll be right back with our next guest. Don't go anywhere. Keep doing it the easy way.
EasyWay Interactive. Start connecting the Easy Way. Are you ready to connect like never before? Introducing the EasyWay Interactive app, your ultimate social solutions network. Whether you're looking to network, collaborate, or simply share ideas, EasyWay makes it easy to engage with like-minded individuals and organizations. Discover innovative solutions, join exciting discussions, and expand your horizon, all in one powerful platform. Don't miss out on the future of social networking. Download EasyWay Interactive now and unlock endless possibilities. Next event. Visit www.influencetoincomesummit.com. Get seen on TV, in magazines, and pushed on press releases to the masses. Email easywaypromotions@gmail.com to learn more. Call 1-877-399-2929. Influence to Income Summit, powered by EasyWay Network.
Are you ready to scale your business and grow your income? Life is a journey. You've got to discover your true path and target your results. Don't just dream about it. You've got to do it. At WealthXO, we're here to help you create your dream life. Turn your dreams into a reality. It all starts with a great plan and a great coach. I'm Dr. Dante Sears, and I'm here to help you turn your dreams into reality. Are you ready? Let's go. WealthXO.
Have you heard of Pitch? The first fully interactive live webinar platform that makes your webinar meetings come to life. Think about it. Have your webinar meetings become everyone just watching you talk and share a screen? Are your guests busy multitasking because they can't click on it, shop it, or enroll to become a member? Now, with the new Pitch webinar platform, they can. All your guests can click on any webpage, shopping cart, or presentation you share. Live shopping experiences in seconds. Whatever a guest can do on your website right now, they'll be able to do when you pitch. And it's simple. No setup, downloads, or integrations required. You share it, and Pitch does the rest. Your guests will be fully engaged in ways you never imagined. And maybe, in some ways, we didn't. Start by being interactive yourself right now.
All right, guys. So that was an amazing new platform. Go ahead and post your comments if you want to get our new interactive partnered platform. It could be basically your webinar platform as well as video conferencing. All right. So without further ado, you're watching Radio Boomers Live. Make sure you subscribe to www.rbllive.com. Our next guest is an expert in taxes. Albert Corey is a veteran business strategist with nearly 40 years of experience helping entrepreneurs thrive. Author of 2 impactful books, including How to Increase Profits While Drinking Coffee. He's learned directly from the icons like Grant Cardone and Tony Robbins and Albert and Eric Zuley. I'm going to throw my name in there too, Dr. Eric Zuley. Albert's coached over 25,000 businesses and owners of small businesses, helping them to save $60 million combined. So he's the creator of the cash injection system. His proven strategies help business boost revenue fast. And even with limited resources, outside work, he enjoys pin trading at Disney World, hanging out with his family, keeping life joyful and productive. His passion? Empowering businesses to flourish while making a lasting positive difference in the world. So he's now offering a completely complimentary consulting session to everybody that's tuned in right now. If you have the Easy Way Interactive app, so make sure you post your comments, give it up, put your emojis in the air for Albert Corey.
Hello,
I should have said put your
Albert,
emojis
and
on the
thank you for
screen.
joining Radio Boomers Live, slowing down for us baby boomers. Of course, Eric's on with us now, so it's a faster pace. But Albert,
Welcome, Albert. How you doing,
Greetings from the other side of the country of sunny, rainy Miami.
so wow, yeah, you're on the other side. Albert, times are changing, are they not? Right?
Oh, for sure.
This is this is literally. I mean, we're on the cusp of. I know we've always said, yeah, times are changing, but we're really on the cusp of a new beginning with all this stuff going on. Look at the late night talk shows. They're kind of slipping away, like Mr. Blockbuster. That slipped away. And the shopping centers, we got a big one down the street. It's a nice one too, in a nice neighborhood. It not only closed some of the stores, it's leveled parking lot now. I mean, if that's not times are changing, and it's not just the Coburn leaving. A lot of the late night shows are going to be, changing the live stream now.
Yeah, I don't mean to stop you, but go ahead and answer your question. Keep your flow going. But I just want to point this out to you, Albert. You got one of our fans challenging you. He said he's the tax man. Let's do a tax battle.
Sure.
Tax off.
See, here's what I will tell Mr. Mark. How many businesses has he worked with? After working with over 45,000 business owners, saving them millions of dollars, in every industry from, guess what? Kitty actors to truck drivers. Okay.
Nothing to prove by Albert. There's nothing to prove here. You got it down. And
I was mistaken. The comment said, "I am the tax man." So I thought you meant Mark, that you're the. So no, he was actually giving you praise. He said you're the tax man. So
yeah, Mark's a great guy. With all his shows. But getting back to, by the way, getting back to Papa Zuley was saying that most business owners, make sure, extensions are coming due and it's Piper time, where if you didn't file yet, you better get your things together, because we're on August 11th. So you better start calling whoever's going to do your tax returns and settle appointments, because guess what? 3 things are going to happen in the next 2 weeks, everybody. You're going to call the guy and he's going to say, sure, no problem. You're going to call the guy and he's going to say that, oops, I don't have time for you, or I don't take care of that business. Or you're going to call the guy and they're not in business, or gal, sorry.
Yeah.
So you better start getting your things together.
Yeah. And they're different now. Now, as far as taxes, everybody has to do their taxes. We're not actually in the category of England that goes like 50%, but we're getting up there, aren't we, as far as the percentage that we have to figure to pay it for taxes, right?
Well, but here's the trick there, Papa Zuli, that you know who's really getting whacked is the single people who don't have a small business. I would tell everybody that if you've got and you're on the Easy Way family, that why don't you open up a company so that every time you say hi to Papa Eric, Papa Eric or Eric.
Papa, I don't think I'm a papa. Yeah, I'm a fur papa.
I know, but the point is, let the government pay for every time you come on. And the sad thing is, there's a lot of people who don't understand that, who don't want to pay the money to start the business. And especially if you open up the business, make sure in one of the 6 states that don't have state income tax. I'm in Florida, baby, and we don't have no state income tax. Hallelujah.
Oh, we're in California, and I guess we got it, huh, Albert?
Oh, yeah, that's why, Mr. Jim, that's why when I speak on a lot of stages, or I talk to people on the Zoom calls, that I'm moving people to my office in Miami.
Yeah.
Because another ninja trick that nobody doesn't know is the IRS doesn't care where your companies are located. So if you're making money, why should you want to open up your company in California? You know, it's like Amazon. I don't know about Amazon or Walmart. Is there a Walmart near you, Eric or Mr. Jim?
We got a Walmart about 15 minutes. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, they're in every state. They don't pay state income tax to every single state. No. They only pay to, I think, Arkansas, where they're located. So open up your corporation in the 6 states that don't have state income tax. And it's easier. Let me tell you something. California is one of the worst. I mean, it's just too hard to deal with. Even if you lose money, Cali's charging you $800. In the state of Florida, if you have an LLC, it's only $138.
We have people, Albert, that sell their house, and when the closing comes, before the smoke clears, the state's already come in and taken their money.
Oh, yeah. In Florida, we don't have none of that.
So Albert, what's the best way to prepare your business to get the most out of your tax write-offs and get them, to actually get a return?
I would tell you the first thing is make sure you hire a bookkeeper. That the biggest thing is QuickBooks says that it takes between 5 and 10 hours a month to do your bookkeeping. So, Eric, what would you say the average person who's on Easy Way, what do you think they make an hour? What, maybe $300 an hour, $200 an hour?
Yeah,
100 to 300 an hour.
Let's say 200. Mm-hmm. So if you are spending let's go on a low end, 5 hours a month, that's $1,000. You could be, you're $1,000. That's 5 hours you can't get back in your life. So we can either, in a bookkeeper, it's not going to cost you $1,000. So that now you're either going to have more time in your family, because the biggest thing on businesses is burnout, or you have time to work on your business. That's the biggest thing to me. And the second thing why you have to have a bookkeeper is, you got to know your numbers. Yeah. Now, every month you need to know how much you deposit and what you have left over, so you can make decisions how to grow your business.
So is it good, Albert, to have as a helper doing business through Zelle or doing business through PayPal? Are some of these better, or what do you think?
No, so here's what's happening with Zelle or PayPal. In PayPal, that if you do over, I think, 100 transactions, you're going to get what's called a 1099-R or K. It's like showing how much you made, and IRS is going to come and get you. Zelle, I know on Cash App and Venmo, if you do over like 50 transactions, you're going to get the 1099 K, which says how much you deposited. So all those you better have connected to a company. Zelle have yet to figure out how to separate sending money to your family and sending money, to a business. But it's coming.
I hear it's more complicated for people like you if people like us use, say, Zelle rather than paying them in a different way. because you have to go through them individually
well,
every transaction.
It'd almost be the same thing whether you use Zelle, Cash App, or Venmo. You have to go through the bank statements, and my team does it and go through every one.
Yeah.
Good thing about when you use Zelle, Jim, that it will say that you paid. It says exactly who you paid on that.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I'm just saying on the back end, see, as a business owner, it's deductible because you can see. My wife uses it all the time. We have rental properties and stuff, and we use Zelle because all the handymans, they don't want to check. Everything is Zelle in the handyman world. Painters, plumbers, electricians, AC people. But when we do the bookkeeping, it says on the statement, where it went to. So Zelle is easy to track. I'm saying on the business side, it should be paid to a company. If not, the government's coming for you. That's
paid to a company, yeah. And if you go to hand somebody a check, they look at it like, what is that? Yeah.
Right. Checks. Half my clients, but funny thing is we have rentals, and out of our rentals, our management company stuff, half the people don't even know what a check is. They
don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like when I went to a hardware store and I asked them a question about, a payment, they go, oh, they looked at each other like, what is that?
Right. Well, you know what's even funnier, Jim, is that go to a store and give them cash and see if they're going to get the check. Go give them cash and see if they're going to get the get the change back right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I don't think there's going to be any more change because it costs 50 cents to make a nickel or something.
Right. But ask them to count how many dollars you get back. If you pay cash, I pay a lot, some cash, is that you got to be careful. That's why I started using, the Apple Pay, because a couple of times I had to stop and count to make sure. I mean, I always count, but a couple of times, it's just not right. So you use Cash App, you don't have to think about it.
So we start getting out of cash in the coins. Well, they say the cash is going to disappear for a while. But if we start getting out of that into this coin scenario with the government coins and so on, is that going to make the tax situation easier because it's all going to be regulated?
It's all going to be, when you start paying with Zelle and credit cards, they know. I mean, they don't check your credit cards, but I'm just more after the business owners.
Yeah.
Because when you're paying with all these electronic payments, it's all going to get reported back.
Yeah.
PayPal's been reporting back to the IRS for years. That's nothing new. They keep lowering the number of transactions or their dollar amounts needed for that to generate the 1099 R or K. Sorry, it's a 1099.
That's a great question. I want to go off of that a little bit more. I mean, we're transitioning. We're like right smack dab in the middle right now of a major digital shift into social media, AI, digital currency, and for a while, the banks have actually been changing a lot of their ways of how they're doing their money with creating a blockchain and a lot of digital currency. And I feel that things are going to shift more and more. They're trying to have more control. So what do you think of that, Albert, as a financial person, as a tax person, when the dollar's gone and it's just cryptocurrency? What do you think of what people are, the rumors? I think that's going to happen in a matter of 2 years or so.
See, here's the thing with crypto. Crypto, I mean, it's not real money, Eric.
Yeah, a bingo.
So therefore, wait a minute. So here's the problem. See, difference is with US dollars, okay, it's tracked and there can't be as less shenanigans.
Yeah.
Right, Eric? How many people do you know, if you're in a crypto space, that made coins that stole people's money? They invested in them and it went poof. So the only way to make crypto to work is that somebody has to be a watchdog. Sorry to say, there's so many dirtbag people that don't have Knights of Columbus views of the world. So,
yeah.
So just to hit all the people that do like crypto, I have to ask you this question, and I'm one of them. I've made a lot of money off crypto, and if you know it is real money because it can be exchanged, and it can be sold, and it can be traded into real money, and which I've actually gotten lots of it. So
then,
so what qualifies you to make statements like that?
okay, then let me go back to it. So if you stay with the Eric, you can come on and ask me. It's okay. So Eric, so if you
Oh
stay
no,
with
I'm just giving you the stage because you're talking.
no, it's okay. So you can ask me. So if you stay with maybe Bitcoin and maybe the top 3 coins, then there's no shenanigans involved. That's what I'm scared of, is that when you start to go under.
To
Okay.
a lot of the other ones.
So you have an opinion because you've had experiences yourself that when you say statements like it's not real money, it's because have you had experiences where you've been scammed or you've had bad
Oh yeah,
situations?
absolutely.
So obviously that would make sense for you to make a statement like that. But and I do agree with you. There's the bigger coins, but there's a lot of crypto it's really a matter of what it's backed by.
Okay.
It matters about the blockchain that it's backed by, and is it on the exchange? If it's backed by a legitimate blockchain like Bitcoin or Solana.
But then if it's backed by, then that's a different situation because technically it's still regulated. Correct?
Yeah.
Because somebody who's running Bitcoin technically knows how many coins are out there. So therefore they're controlling it. Like, see, to me, I understand how to do Bitcoin well enough because Bitcoin is nothing more than Forex.
And what about the tax side of cryptocurrency?
It's money. That's what I was trying. That was my next thing. Mm-hmm. Crypto is nothing more. Instead of you trading dollars, francs, euros, you're trading cryptos. That's all it is.
Yeah, and we don't want to deal with a smoking mirror. We want something real.
You know what I'm trying to get at, Eric? So to me, when I do a crypto tax return, it's the same thing of doing, Forex.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. To me, it's Forex. It's what did you buy it against? What did you
like kind of like back in the 60s when Nixon knocked off the gold standard, it kind of made the dollar a little bit shaky to people, right?
It could be a little bit different than that because with crypto, I mean, it's good, and like I'm not a crypto expert, but you still can't go to every store. I mean, it's still not. I think what would move it forward, and that's the good or bad, if somehow there was a regulator that says this is real, this is not real.
Well, you gotta understand, Albert, that there's asset-backed crypto.
Okay, right.
Okay, which is what I think you're talking about, and then there's general crypto, and there are a lot of scams. There's a lot of people that act like they're on the exchange and they have crypto, and people spend a lot of money because it's a too good to be true type of deal. And there are many of those out there. But there's also the legitimate coins that are on Coinbase and the legitimate exchanges.
Well, if you're okay, then we'll go back to the same thing. So if you start using Coinbase, and by the way, Coinbase is not regulated, but what I meant by if you sell in Coinbase, you're the IRS, you're going to get a letter saying, Coinbase, Robinhood, on the legit wallets.
Mm-hmm.
On legit wallets, you sell. You're going to get the papers that you're going to get. They reported to the IRS. I guess I'm more scared of, Eric, is the ones who use some weird, and the weird wallets. Does that make any sense?
So
if you stay with the top 4 or 5 wallets, Coinbase, Robinhood,
right.
Then I think you'd be in good shape.
So I think LCRs would be on the top of the list coming up in the future. Licensed crypto regulators, right? People that really know the good ones that are backed crypto coins.
Well, they're all so just on this show, I want to make sure that our network is representing in the manner of which we want to be represented. Crypto is very real as far as what our
there's absolutely there's people buying cars in Starbucks.
But there are many platforms out there that are not okay. And on the money side of things, my suggestion to a lot of you guys is definitely do your research. Do as much research as you possibly can before you make an investment. And there are a lot of very positive investments right now that are on the Coinbase app that are on these exchanges.
If you come up with a crypto backed coin, then you're going to have the home run.
We've had coins that we've invested in that were like a cent, 1 cent, and they jumped up to $1. So we, and then we've actually had that money exchanged or traded into the bank. A fiat is what it's called, and then fiat is real currency where you can take a card and you can pull it out of the bank. So it's very, very real. So Albert, when you are doing this, and we have to actually go now, this show's over, but I want to let you leave us with words of wisdom from Albert as a silver member. And if you wouldn't mind saying a few words about being a silver member, I know you just recently came back, doing it the easy way. We'd appreciate that as well. But leave us with some words of wisdom from Albert Corey.
Like deadlines, Albert, like deadlines for the cliffhangers.
So Eric, you want me to give you wisdom of your platform, or wisdom of
give us some wisdom on your expertise first, and then end it with some wisdom on our platform.
Okay. Well, my wisdom expertise is time is coming up. Get somebody who understands of what you're doing. That's what I'm going to get at. Get somebody who knows the business, who can understand. What makes me different is that I can talk whatever business, but Mr. Eric even proved it right now, right, Eric? I was going pretty toe to toe on crypto. How many tax people that are 65 can go with you toe to toe?
Yeah.
So make sure you know somebody whenever you do your tax stuff that understands business. See, I'm the different guy in the block, because it doesn't matter whether you're selling crypto, you're an actor, or a truck driver. And I've done a whole bunch of stuff in between, that I understand whatever you're in. And with your platform, Eric, it's pretty cool because the people on there are real. You're putting people that aren't, that want to do business with you. And that, to me, so I just lost. Here.
Not to you. You're getting a text message. They want to do business with you, and not to you.
Yeah, meaning that they want to do business with you. Sorry, something went off. Something went off on my computer, so I lost the picture. So you want to be with people. So the Easy Way family are good people. You got a good program, and I will tell you something. Somebody's been around for a while. Your Easy Way show is actually a real TV. That most people are doing this, okay, don't have real TV going and connected to your own social media, which I think is the next, which is almost as valuable as everything else that you're doing, because nobody else has the three connection, the three pieces to business success.
That's the big thing, Albert, because that's exactly what he built, which was not easy. It was a lot of work for Eric, but
I know.
I appreciate that, Albert. I mean,
that's why, by the way, Dad, that's why he has the hat on. Sorry, because all that here he lost trying to put it all together.
I still got my hair a little bit.
Huh?
No,
Sorry,
exactly.
I'm saying that for putting the time and effort to put it together.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for all those kind words and your share, Albert, and thank you for coming on and being on the show. And again, guys, you can download the Easy Way Interactive app. Pull your phones out right now and take your camera and scan that little QR code and get the app. Speaking of some of the TV, we want to say thank you to Trailblazers TV, a new network, a new channel that we're building for all the Trailblazers that we deal with, as well as iVod the Easy Way. You guys need to look up iVod the Easy Way on Roku and look it up. Our new channel that we're partnered with a very major network. iVod has a lot of TV shows and movies and Spider-Man and a lot of great stuff. And we're getting ready to do some real big things with that. And they do call me the Digital Dick Clark. Shout out to Dr. Giulini for dubbing me that officially. Better Vision for Children is the nonprofit that we support, and we appreciate Better Vision for Children. And then we also have, the Easy Way Best of the Best book. So if you guys don't know about the Easy Way Best of the Best book, make sure you go to easywaynetwork.com/book. easywaynetwork.com/book. And again, if you want to download the app, scan this QR code right here, because I know you guys are watching this right now and going, wow, this sounds exciting. This sounds like a great network that I can be involved with. So take your phones out and scan that QR code and then go through the process, create your account. The invite code is Easy Way if you're watching the show. And we got you, we got you the easy way. So trust me. We got this. So thanks so much, Albert, for joining us. And guys, make sure that you subscribe to www.rbllive.com if you're enjoying the show. We will be back next week, Monday morning. We do it every morning from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure that you're donating, but make sure that you're subscribing to the show. Shout out to Relief Alliance. We appreciate them, but make sure that you're subscribing to the show, and you're following what we're doing. If you subscribe to the show, you'll be able to learn from so many amazing people that we have on the show. We're booked up for the entire year, but we always have openings if it makes sense. So submit your story. Go on to www.rbllive.com and you can submit to be a guest. But subscribe and you'll be updated when we have our episodes coming up. And that's about it. So I'll see you guys
That's a lot, Eric.
on the 31st coming up. We got a big event coming up on the 31st. And if you have our app, you'll have all the information of all of our events and everything that we're doing. So I'll let you close it out, Dad.
And Lee, we got Lee Benton. God bless you for what you're doing, blazing those trails. It's keep the work and the faith going in Hollywood. And Albert Corey, guys, you got to stay on top of this stuff. And because this is what it's all about. We try to share everything we can. BBCCharity.org, Better Vision for Children. We bring awareness through Eric's amazing platform. We bring awareness to the parents and the caregivers to get the kids tested, because 50% don't do that. And then we follow through with the actual testing with the cameras, which are the cameras. And this is the top tier, top of the top for technology. Boomers Live is signing out.
In the heart of every city, we got a spark. We're the Easy Way family, making a mark. With connections and trust, our bond is tight, turning every moment into pure delight. Got the Easy Way first right in our hands, building dreams together like no other brands. We're interactive, living on the edge. Download the app and take the pledge. We are the fire in the dark at night. With Easy Way, we shine so bright.